This is the third installment of our series on truck campers that we filmed at the 2025 Florida Supershow in Tampa, Florida. And we had to split it up over 3 videos because we just had so much footage and there's so much in these truck campers. The first video was, we looked at the Lance campers, and then we looked at the host campers. Now this one we're going to be looking at Northern Lite truck campers. And if you missed those first 2 videos, you want to go back and check those out because all of these manufacturers are offering completely different things. But we're very excited about the Northern Lights. You know who's very excited about the Northern Lights?
Yes.
Spikers B. Spikers B, who we also misname as G Spikers in this video as well. Apologies to that. But he's sporting a Northern Light, so he's going to be watching us with scrutiny to make sure we don't miss anything. And if we do, he's going to put that in the comments. All right. Without further ado, let's get into some Northern Lite truck campers.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers.
We are here in the Northern Lite section, and I'm standing in front of the 2025 Northern Lite 610. This is the smallest of the Northern Lite truck campers we're going to be taking a look at. It's a for half-ton trucks with a 6.5-foot bed. That's right, half-ton trucks with a 6.5-foot bed. It's got a total length of 11 foot 4 inches and a dry weight of 1,754 pounds. It's got a 15-gallon fresh tank, a 15-gallon gray tank, and a 5-gallon cassette toilet. So no black tank in this one. It's got the cassette, but it does hold 5 gallons. And there's some other features here that we're gonna go over as we go around. But let's start on the outside. Let's go around the driver's side. Over here on the driver's side, you've got your water hookups and a manual fill for your fresh water tank. You've also got your umbilical for shore power, as well as the exhaust for your Truma hot water heater, and an outdoor shower behind lock and key. And I believe it has a quick connect as well. Looking at this is the Happy Jack system. All right, this is electric jacks. But it's also got the manual in case the electric for some reason fails you. And that's pretty much it over here. You see we've got these windows. They do have a frame window, and it appears to be an awning style window. And then we've got a vent over top. We're gonna go inside and we'll see what that's all about. Let's check the other side. Over on the living side, the passenger side, there's no awning here, but we do see the solar panel up on the roof. And you've got this container here for that's a single propane tank. And it's a regular size propane, very easy to find a replacement and swap it out. And you've got this large awning window, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. We're going inside. Let's do it. Now these truck campers are on the ground, but they've got them lifted up just a hair, so we're getting kind of an idea of what it would being like on the back of a pickup truck. So you've got the grab handle here. You've also got the screen door and your regular standard RV door. This one has a tinted window. And
that comes down.
Yep, I almost missed it. Thanks, Rose. That one's got the shade, the blackout shade. Total requirement for the window in the door. We wish we had one of those. All right, let's go on in. All righty then. This is the smallest of the campers we're looking at today. And you can tell, now look, there's no cabinets with doors, or very few of them. They're using this cargo system. Now this is similar to what we saw in some of the Lance campers, although this is not a metal system, this is wood, and they've got these nets holding everything in. Again, easily customizable for your storage ideas. You can use whatever system that you prefer. Yeah, very simple. Anywhere that there can be a seat, there's these padded cushions you can sit, and I guess I already gave the cats out of the bag. Here, this is where they put the toilet. Again, it's a cassette style toilet, and the empty, we're gonna show you, because I didn't show you because it was behind the door, but the empty for the cassette toilet is also on the back. Also, you see this storage space in here? There's another little storage compartment in there I almost missed. Across from the toilet, you got a small microwave, just enough for a plate. This solves the vent question because this is a vent for your 2-burner cooktop, and they've kind of combined the cooktop and this shallow metal sink. Not sure how I feel about that. To me, this is more like a camping rig. This is something like a Coleman stove like I've seen when I was a kid. So that's that's kind of how I picture that. It's a small work area, but remember, this is a really small truck camper. You've got control. You got your 120 outlets, and then controllers for the solar controller and some of the other systems in the coach. And you've got a couple of storage shelves right here, and then another one right up in there, and yet another storage right up here. They do fit a lot of storage in here. Look up underneath, 4 more storage shelves, and those are pretty deep. That one especially goes pretty far back. Here's your battery disconnect switch right here with the key. There's your breaker panel and fuse box. A pretty decent sized refrigerator with the freezer in the main compartment. And then 3 more storage bins over here. Yeah, got it. Okay, now let's talk about this seating area, because you've got your lagoon table set up here. Now, this is the living area. It's this basically L-shaped dinette. The cushions are pretty soft. They go a decent way up, probably about mid-shoulder blade or lower shoulder blade. And there's a lot of light in here because of this big window. And you've got the window across so you can get a cross breeze. Yeah, for a 6-foot truck camper, it's not a bad amount of space. What do you think, Rose?
Yeah.
For what it is. You've got some more storage underneath these seats. You see that there? And some venting. All right, let's talk about this bed. Easy to get in and out of on the seat. And it's another case where you're laying side to side. So yes, the person laying on this side is going to have to wake the person on this side to get in and out of the bed. It does have the big hatch here, which provides a lot of light into the sleeping area. And then right around the corners, if you can show them, there's a little compartment back there for storage, as well as reading lights. Go up a little bit. There you go. Reading lights, and also another reading light on that side. And that's pretty much it for the bedroom compartment. It's a very comfortable bed, very easy to get in and out of. Overall, what's that? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, thank you, Rose, the fans overhead and the AC unit. Why do I always forget that? All right, let's talk about this unit overall. It is what it is. It is a compact truck camper. You can put this on a truck that doesn't need to necessarily be a 450 or one of these huge monster trucks, but it's got everything that you might need. All the systems are here. There's controllers here for all the systems in the RV, and yeah, it's all here. So if you're in the truck camper market and you're looking for something that's on the smaller side but has a ton of storage, then this might be your solution. All right, outside behind the door, this is the empty for the cassette toilet. There's also a couple compartments up underneath, some storage compartments. And what I didn't mention is all of these Northern Lite units are 4-season, and all of the tanks are in the areas that are covered by the heat. Also, they are fiberglass shells. They've got a bottom half and a top half shell, 1-piece shell, and they put those together. The top piece overlaps the bottom piece. Water can't go up, keeps the water out of the camper. It's a really good design. The next unit we're going to look at, we're going to be a little limited on this one because this one's been sold. They're trying to limit access because this belongs to somebody now. But this is the 2025 Northern Lite 811 EXLE with the wet bath. It has a dry weight of 3,382 pounds and a length of 16 foot 3 inches. It's got a 33-gallon fresh tank, a 24-gallon gray tank, and a 13-gallon black tank. That's right, this has a black tank, so it actually has a bathroom setup that you might recognize from some of the larger RVs. Let's check out the driver's side first. Over here on the driver's side, not for storage. Okay, so this panel here is locked. It says not for storage. I thought it was a propane container, but there might be other systems under there. When we get around the other side, we'll see if the propane container is not there, because that might be what that is. Here's your outdoor shower and your water hookups and your umbilical for shore power. You've got your exhaust for your water heater and cabin heaters. And what has got here? Okay, coax cable, and also a manual fill for your fresh tank. That's important if you don't have a threaded connection like we talked about before. All right, let's continue around. Let's talk about this because I was a little surprised. You don't normally see this anything in this area because it's up against the truck. But right here, there is actually a window. So you can see while sitting in the truck, picture the truck cab being here, you can actually see through back into the truck camper while you're sitting in the vehicle that you're hauling it around. So that's a neat feature. We haven't seen that one yet. Over here on the passenger side, which I call the living side, here we got the awning. It's one of those kind of accordion style awnings, and it has an LED lights. Now this is different because the LED lights just happen to be in the support rails, which is different. We haven't seen that. We've seen it on the outside, we've seen it on the inside. Now this one's on the rails. That's different. And we solved the mystery of that cabinet also because right here is the propane tank. So if that other one is not for storage, it has to be accessed to some of the other systems of the RV. You see they've got some stereo speakers here and a double 120 volt outlet so that when you've got your table and stuff set up here under your awning, you can run whatever electronics you're going to have on the outside. Right here you've got access to the back of your, that looks like a refrigerator panel, which means it's probably not a compressor fridge. It might be an absorption refrigerator. And then also this unit has a small generator, and I'll put the size of that generator on the screen. And another access panel here, and don't forget the light. Nice to have a light in the living area. And one other thing I wanted to mention is the awning on the back. This has two awnings, one on the living area side and also one on the back where the door is. That's a handy feature if you're trying to get in or out in bad weather. On the back of the RV, we've got a ladder up to the roof, which you can access when the awning is in, obviously. And then you've got some storage compartments in the back. And then this nice little, I don't know what you would call this, balcony?
Landing.
Oh, a landing, okay. It's a nice landing, it's metal. Now remember, that would be raised up off the ground when this thing's on the truck. And it looks like they've got some accessories down there that would bolt onto it. Yeah, so I can go up onto I'm gonna call it a patio. It's a small patio, but that's what I'm going to call it. So, yeah, and you got this grab rail that folds out of the way. Yeah, really nice. Now let's see if we can get inside to just give you a quick peek, even though it's sold. All right, we got the go-ahead to give you a really quick sneak peek of the unit. So it's going to be a little quick. I apologize for that, but we just want to show you what's in here. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, I love the mahogany look. Oh, look at this cabinetry. Beautiful. Wow, lots of storage in here. You've got the refrigerator, separate freezer. I don't know if you can see that. Large refrigerator and separate freezer. Got a nice wet bath right here with the mirror and a little sink there. We've seen, that looks similar to one of the ones we saw. I think it was the Lance. They've got this U-shaped dinette. Look at this, the badging on here on this nice leather seating. Beautiful big window, lots of lights, carpeted on the ceiling, and look at the size of this kitchen with a microwave up in the cabinets. Got a 3-burner Furrion cooktop with a actual oven. Lots of storage underneath, lots of storage over here. Big square sink, awesome. And look at the bed. Come on up here and take a look. Here's that window we were talking about. Looks like there's some storage under there as well. The bed is pretty much standard right in the middle with the storage on either side, as we saw before. You've got a flat panel TV, also the hatch up there. You've got windows on both sides, provide your cross ventilation and to keep the condensation from accumulating inside the truck camper. Really nice. I'm sorry we can't stay in here longer, but we really, we're just happy that we were able to show you the floor plan. Now we're gonna go to one that's a little bit larger. All right, the next unit we're gonna look at, the last one we looked at was made for a 6-foot bed of the truck. This one's made for an 8-foot bed. This is the 2025 Northern Lite 9.6 LEWB. It's made for 3/4 tons with 8-foot beds. It has a dry weight of 3,320 pounds and a length of 16 foot 6 inches. The tank sizes are 33 gallons fresh tank, 24-gallon gray tank, and 13-gallon black tank, very similar to the last one. And the rear end of it is similar to the last one. You've got your ladder here, you got your awning overhead, same storage compartments, same patio, I call it a patio. And let's look around the side. Yep, same setup over here. You've got that compartment that says not for storage. Let's see what, this one I can actually open. Yes, okay, so that's the gate valve. That's the gate valve for the sewer dump. That's probably what's in the other one as well. Mystery solved. You've also got your umbilical for your shore power and your city water. Also the exhaust for your water heater and the access panel for the water heater. Let's see if this one's got the window. It does. Right here is another one of those windows that you can see through there. Also, in case you're wondering where the connection is for the connection to the truck, for the lights, the trailer lights and everything, it's right here. Let's continue around. One thing you're not going to see on these Northern Lights is a slide. All right, all of these are slideless units. They've got that fiberglass construction top to bottom, and so a slide would just add unnecessary places for moisture to get in, I think. Here's your propane tank access door. Under the awning, same speakers. All right, can't get this compartment open. Let's show you what's in there. But this one is a very large storage container. Pretty deep too. All right, and then this is a lock container as well. Can't get in there. And you see the light, same light and the vent system for the kitchen. Okay, first thing we notice when we come in is the floor. It's got that nice faux wood, kind of tile wood finish. Very similar to the last one in that the wardrobe is here on the right. You see it's got this system for putting hangers in that keeps them from sliding back and forth. A bunch of controls for the RV here. Not the big touch screen, but a lot of the manual controls and power switches. You've got the battery switch there as well as the fire extinguisher. And then right across the way is that it looks like an identical to the last unit wet bath. And you can see it's got the fan up top. It's got a pretty small sink. I'm going to go in this time just to show you how much space is in here. 6'1". I got a little bit of room on top. There is a shower curtain rail in here. And in the seated position, plenty of space, plenty of room. I think that this is yes, it is a medicine cabinet here behind the mirror. I think this is identical bathroom to the last unit we showed you. It is a wet bath though. Okay, more similar features to the last unit. You've got the large refrigerator with separate freezer. There we go. Sorry about the camera. It's tight, Rose. Sorry. All right. And then you've got the kitchen. Lots of storage up overhead, and the microwave's in the same spot. These cabinets are pretty substantial. Look at these hinges. You've got the pistons here, and you've also got the friction locks to keep them in place. They seem pretty secure, and they're pulling themselves in, which is nice. You've got the 3-burner stovetop as well as a full oven. We like that. A Furrion. And then a big drawer underneath and a little bit more storage under, actually a bit more storage up under the sink. Can you see that in there? That's a lot of storage. A couple drawers here. They're using stapled drawers, but they don't seem to be that bad of quality. And we have a sponge drawer. Look at the size of the sink. Really nice. I think it's the same as in the last one. Also, got some shelving over here. You've got a radio system. It looks like a CD player. You've got 2 USB-As and a cigarette lighter plug, as well as the 120-volt outlet. Across the way, now in the last unit we saw, that had a U-shaped dinette, I believe. This one's got just the regular standard dinette. The table's really nice. We like this wood grain. It's a good contrast to the gray countertops. And also we like the fact that it's got these windows on either side. First of all, it's a huge window, so you're seeing everything that's going on out there, plus you're getting that cross ventilation. Back on the wall here are more control panels for the systems in here, and plus you see these reading lights back here in the corner, right where they should be. Let's look up underneath the dinette. There you go. You've got a drawer there. Now this is the panel for your breaker box and fuses. And then this doesn't come up. There is no storage underneath the seats, but you do have that drawer there. Same thing. Oh wait, what's over here? You got a little bit of coming up here, so you have access if you need to fix. You got water lines down there. You've got the back of your breaker box. You got a lot of the mechanical and electrical systems that are accessible. You also have this window here, and you see there's a little curtain on it that you can close that off to keep the light out. especially if you don't have the truck under the camper. And if you're wondering where the silverware goes, there it is.
Yikes.
It's really ingenious to put it there. I mean, you got to put it somewhere, and they're using every bit of space that they can. All right, I'm going to hop up in here because I didn't get to do it in the last one. So this is it looks like identical bed to the last unit. Yeah, let me take the camera from you. You see how deep those are? Pretty substantial. I can see storing a lot of clothing in there. Also, you've got the windows on either side. You know we like that for the cross ventilation. There is a 120 plug in there. You've got your wine guard system controls and some electrical controls up underneath the flat panel television. Over here, you've got a large wardrobe. So you got the wardrobe in the back, and then you've got a wardrobe here. So this one would probably be for like dress stuff, and that one would probably be for coats, I think. And then you've got matching storage containers over here. You've got reading lights. You've got speakers for the stereos. I don't know, you can't see them, but they're right here on this wall. And some more lights over here. Plus you've got this access to the roof and skylight, and for what, Rose? Stargazing. Yes, so if you're a stargazer, this is perfect. It's really just a beautiful setup. Overhead, carpeted. Got the AC unit here. You've got another fan back there by the bathroom. I don't know what they're missing. Is anything missing? Can you think of anything that they haven't thought of? Did we mention the storage up underneath the dinette? That is easy to miss. It doesn't have a door on it, but yeah, some more storage up underneath. Storage is key in these things. A lot of times you won't see a lot of storage spaces in these truck campers. Now remember, this is kind of the length of some of the host campers and Lance campers we showed you, but remember, there's no slides in this. And for those of you who don't want to slide, this is a great option, especially if you're looking for a 4-season truck camper. All right, we got one more to show you. I'm excited about it. The last Northern Lite unit we're going to be looking at today is the 2025 Northern Lite 10-2 EXLE. This, they've already given it away, spoiler alert, it says dry bath there, so I guarantee you we're going to be seeing a dry bath inside, which is nice because we really wanted to see that. The length on this unit is 18 foot 2 inches, and the dry weight is 3,788 pounds. It's got a 36-gallon fresh tank, a 40-gallon gray tank, and an 18-gallon black tank, and those are respectable numbers for a truck camper. Those are comparable with a Class C, Class B, B+, those type of units. So on this one, we're going to show you the inside first, I think. What do you think, Rose? Because I'm dying to get in there. I want to see what's different about this one. So let's go right inside. You can see that they've got carpet covering that same flooring. So the carpet is an option that you can get. And right inside the door is that dry bath that they're advertising on the outside. And I'm going to go in. Okay. This is a dry bath, but you can see this is all one piece. Okay. So yes, it's a dry bath, but you don't have to worry about splashing water outside the bathtub because that part of the bathroom is also, or splashing water outside of the shower because that side is also within this shell. So it's a really good system. They've got the shower curtain here, and that keeps this shower separate so you're not getting water all over the toilet, although you are getting water all over the sink and anything you might have in this shell. It does have the medicine cabinet here, and you see the shower wand above me. It also has this system that we love to move the shower curtain out a bit to give you a lot more room. You also see these steps in here and seats. Those are important for doing things that you need to do into the shower, right, Rose? Shaving legs and stuff, yeah. So it's nice that they include that. There's a towel rack here and also a vent. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the toilet paper holder. It looked like a vent, but yeah, that's the toilet paper holder. And they put it up high to keep it out of the water. And then you've got your toilet right here. That's plastic. And it does have a black tank, so it is not a cassette toilet. So that's interesting to see. All right, let's see the rest of the truck camper. Similar setup here. We've got the wardrobe right inside the door. Again, you got light and power switches. Right here, you've got this cabinet as well, your battery switch and your fire extinguisher, but there's an extra row of storage and drawers between the refrigerator and the wardrobe. Back here, we've got the same Dometic refrigerator that we saw in the other units. It's got a separate freezer and fridge. Gotta love those. All right, and moving up to the kitchen. Very similar setup for the kitchen. You've got the 3-burner cooktop with the full oven and the large drawer underneath. You've also got the same storage underneath. Actually, it's a little bit larger storage under the sink. Take a look at that. Beautiful, and I think it's the same sink. It looks similar. And we love this high faucet with the detachable. Yeah, I'm glad that pat water wasn't on because usually it likes to spray on me. And the silverware drawer this time is right up here,
Where it belongs.
where we're used to seeing it. Here's your vent fan, and also some more storage up over the sink, and the microwave in its usual position. And then you've got a controller for this has a Furrion stereo system with a CD, little shelf there. You've got your USB-A's and cigarette lighter plugs, as well as a 120 outlet. Yeah, it's a really nice utilitarian kitchen. This one's got the U-shaped dinette. Look at the colors, huh? Black they went with. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. These cabinets are a little bit dark for our taste. We like the lighter cabinets, but they look very classy. It looks like a log cabin in here. We like the hinges and the piston, and it's got the friction closed, but we don't mind it so much. Has the great big windows that we love. I love a good U-shaped dinette because I love sitting in the corner and putting my feet up, and this is exactly how I would use it. And you've got the big window, like I said, plus you've got some controllers on the wall back there. And now there's no silverware down here, so let's see what they actually put in this drawer. Okay, I guess they could put the silverware in here if they wanted to, but I think it goes much better up here. I think Rose agrees with me, right, Rose?
Right.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page with this one. All right, and then you've got the access for the window, or the window into the cab, with a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Drapes, little mini drapes. Up over top, you've got a bunch of LED lights, carpeted ceiling, Dometic AC unit, and you've got your fire alarm there. Same type of setup in the bed. It's got the same storage on the sides, same storage here. I didn't point out the other one, but they do have this accordion to keep this side of the this side of the truck camper free from that side if somebody is sleeping in the area where the dinette is. You can see that this flat panel TV does swing all the way around, so you can view it from the dinette. You've also got some storage underneath, just like the last unit. Some venting here. And you've got the reading lights. You've got the windows on both sides. Of course, you've got the hatch up top, your stargazing hatch, and you've got everything that you need, the same stuff that was in the last one. It's a very good size bed, and it's very comfortable. All right, over here on the driver's side, we do know what's behind this door that says not for storage. That is the dump station. That's where the gate valves for the sewer hose connection are for dumping the gray and black tanks. You got your city water connection here, exterior shower, and the umbilical for shore power, as well as the exhaust for your water and cabin heaters. Over here, we've got that window that I guess Northern Lite puts in, I guess, all their truck campers. I guess the bigger ones all have them, it seems. And then over here, we've got the propane tank. Actually, this one has a dual propane tank. I almost didn't see it back there. It's kind of tucked away behind. We do like that they're using the regular size propane tanks. They make it very easy to swap them out. You can find those almost anywhere, and you don't have to go hunt around for some place to fill your propane. So that's a bonus. And then back in here, this is the access to the back of the refrigerator. All right, we couldn't open that on the other one, but we figured it was just an access point for maintenance. There is an awning on this side as well, and as well as on the back, like most of the Northern Lite units. And also, you've got the battery box back here. You see, that's where they tuck the battery in. And then this last compartment, a very large storage compartment with a little water drain there. On the back of the camper, you've got that large awning and also the patio. I call it the patio. Rose calls it a step. But while we're over here, let's take a look at something. We didn't point this out on the other units we saw, but look at just the graphics. It is very, we always say it's minimalistic, but this is very minimalistic. This is a painted shell, and these are graphic stickers. They look like paint. They do have a little bit of texture to them. We like the black badging on the white. It pops. It makes it pop, pop, pop. All right, so yes, it's not a lot here. Love the goose logo up here. I'm sure that G Spikers is going to tell us why there's a goose logo on these Northern Lights. I'm sure he's going to share that with us in the comments. All right, we hope you enjoyed this look at these Northern Light truck campers. We've got one more truck camper that we're going to show you. It's kind of a, I don't know if we should include it in the truck campers. You know what? We're going to anyway. Consider it a bonus. Let's go take a look. All right, I told you this was going to be a bonus unit, and we're kind of cheating a little bit here in the truck camper world, but we're going to take a look just for fun at this Kingstar. This is technically a truck camper, however, it's sitting on a flatbed truck trailer or a flatbed truck chassis, so technically it's not in the bed of a pickup truck, but it is on the chassis of a pickup truck. And now this is an F550, so again, we're cheating a little bit. But we thought you might want to take a look at this one. Since we're looking at truck campers, why not, right?
I want to see it.
I know Rose wants to see it. So we're not going to worry about specs and all that stuff because this is so out of the range. If you're really interested in this, I'm sure you're going to have all the specs. But let's just take a walk around and then we'll go inside. You can see the way they've got this mounted. They have these, it looks like this is all custom made. These storage containers between the actual truck camper per se and the crew cab of the 550 truck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open these, but these are storage containers on the side. Again, it looks like this was all, what's the word I'm looking for?
Custom made.
It's custom made, fabricated. This was all fabricated. It's definitely a custom build. I don't think that they're building this on any kind of production line. I can verify that. It does have twin propane tanks, we cut off and switch over in the center. They're also using that same Ryco Titan jacks, the same ones that we saw on Host. Also overhead, a little bit of an awning. It's not all the way up, which is kind of different because the awning is actually under the windows.
Is this a kitchen area then? If there's an awning right there?
You think that this might be an outdoor kitchen?
Maybe.
I find that very doubtful. Let me see if I can open it. I don't think it's openable. Yeah. Oh no, it's lockable. These are locks, so yeah. At the rear of the passenger side, you've got this storage container, and look at it. This shows you what's behind those doors because this runs the entire length of the truck camper, and it's dittoed on the other side. Also, at the bottom of this storage container, you've got a Honda generator. It's one of those portable generators, as well as some extra fuel sitting here on a drawer. You can tuck it right out of the way, nice, safe, and sound. Over here on the driver's side, you got kind of a mirror image of what's on the passenger side. There is no awning here. There is a light here, and you do have your water connections and two more of these fabricated, I call them storage boxes, right on top of the flatbed. This is a substantial 550 chassis. You see that this leg is in front of this. I don't know how that works out, probably because this leg swings out and then you can access the box there. I'm guessing that's what they did. And then you got your diesel fuel fill for the truck. There's all kinds of doohickeys and mechanisms. You got an outdoor shower. You got your Truma exhaust for your water heater. And we're not really certain what this is for. Maybe somebody will tell us at some point that this is a roller.
Spare tire holder.
Is it a spare tire holder? Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Put a spare tire in there. It's not a roller. You just pull this out and it rolls right on here. And this bends right around to the back. So, yep. Thank you, whoever said spare tire. Appreciate it. Also on the back, you've got this very large storage compartment mounted to the back. I'm not going to open it up because I don't want to slam the door. There's people in there. But yeah, definitely don't want to do that. Oh, I can do it? Oh. All right, I just got the green light. Oh wait, this is, oh wait, locked, I think. I think it's locked. But that's okay. You see how the mechanism actually works here? All right, so that's good to know. And now you've got this door here, and you see it's got a separate screen door. This is unlike any screen we've seen on, this is definitely all custom made, custom fabricated. Gonna slide this back inside. Come on inside, let's go take a look. These gentlemen inside, don't worry about them. They are paid actors, all right? We have enlisted them to show you how this can be used in real life. You got the bathroom back here. Looks to be a cassette toilet. Correct. Cassette toilet with a, this is all customized. This is the wall. Yeah, this is really, really nice. This is a full-length mirror on the back side. Is there a mirror on your side, hon? Because there's a mirror on this side, definitely. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, all right then. The mirror's on this side, facing over here. All right, just wanted to show you what's in here. There's a U-shaped dinette. You see the kitchen setting here. We've been looking at truck campers all day, and this is pretty much a standard design with the dinette facing the kitchen. You've also got a pretty decent sized refrigerator, and it seems pretty sturdy too. Not going to go opening cabinets and going through all of this stuff. Like I said, if you're interested in this, you're a special customer, and you're definitely going to be dealing directly with the manufacturers. As far as the bed goes, very similar to what we've seen in other units. You've got the bed up the center, and then you've got storage on both sides. You've got a lot of the reading lights, also the overhead, we call it the stargazing window. You've got that. You've also got windows on both sides to allow for some cross ventilation. And there's a lot of storage. Look at all these little nooks and crannies. Every space that they could put storage, they put storage. It's really a great design. They've done a good job on this. It's got that same Furion 3-burner cooktop and stove that we've seen in a lot of the other units. Also, underfloor storage. All storage under the floor. I'm standing on top of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open it, but
you got it.
Here we go. And access to the batteries.
920 amp hours there.
920 amp hours of lithium batteries.
Can do up to 1,380.
Wow. And what does that make the, how long can this be out?
That's a moving target.
Okay.
But a long time. That's a big fuel tank, and we can do up to 1,200 watts of solar on the 10 series.
Up to 1,200 watts of solar on the roof. And then how big is the fuel tank on that diesel?
That's just a 40-gallon.
That's a 40-gallon there?
On the diesel. It doesn't have the mid-tank, but it has, this camper has 75 gallons of water, too.
Oh, 75, oh wow. So
is there any storage under the dinette?
There is, yeah, it's all storage. This whole U-shape is all storage underneath it.
And look at the windows, too. You've got this huge windows behind the dinette and the huge window over here above the kitchen. A very nice design. Thank you, folks, for letting us take a look at your camper.
Yeah,
it's really beautiful.
Yeah, appreciate you all.
All right, we hope you enjoyed that. Well, we hope you enjoyed that little video walkthrough comparison video of all of the truck campers that we could find here at the Florida RV Supershow in Tampa. This one's for you, G Spikers. I know we made some shout outs to you during the video, but we probably wouldn't have been doing this video if it wasn't for you. But we do appreciate it because we learned a lot and we saw a lot. So it was beautiful, and beautiful. Some of these beautiful rigs, just gorgeous. Definitely something we would consider if we were going to be changing up our RV. Definitely, right, Rose?
Yeah, of course.
Rose isn't convinced yet. She likes the space. All right. If you enjoyed that video, we hope you consider giving us a like because it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. If you do decide to subscribe, we remind you to check that bell or ring that bell for notifications so you'll be told every time we post a new video. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And Rose right now is going to give you one of her world famous donkey kicks, aren't you, Rose? All right. Love it.